I slept for 10 hours yesterday.
Jeez, nice.
It's like 7:30. I was like, you know what? I'm tired of sitting here uh, at my desk. I'm kind of uncomfortable. So I went into the bedroom. And she's like, "Are you going to bed?" I went, "Yeah, I'm going to bed at 7:30."
Passes out at 7:31.
She kept trying to wake me up
Oh yeah.
because we hadn't eaten yet, and so she had to eat without me. And then she kept trying like to get me to get ready for bed.
Yeah.
So eventually, she took my glasses off for me. Sorry. And then she was like, "I can't find your phone." Like I remember hearing that. And I went, nah. So she just gave up. And then I woke up around 1 to go to the bathroom. And as I got up, my phone fell off my knee.
Oh.
Like it had stuck to the underside of my knee under the bed. So it somehow traveled from my hand down to my knee while I was sleeping.
I mean, you move a lot when you
Well,
sleep.
yeah. Fair. So I plugged that in, went downstairs to go to the bathroom, came back up, took my medicine, which I'm supposed to take at 10:30.
Yeah.
Oh, which
Speaking of, I figured out that if I don't take my medicine, so I've been having not great side effects, and I've described that on here a little bit. But I figured out if you don't take the medicine, you suffer from withdrawals. This is one of those nasty medications that has withdrawals. So
mm,
uh I can't just stop taking the medication. I have to wean myself off of it. But I also haven't taken it in a day and a half. So see if I end up taking it or suffering withdrawals.
hey chat. He said weed.
Wean.
Welcome to the Garlic Boys podcast, where we treat friendship like a good recipe treats garlic. You could never have too much of it. We're your hosts. I'm Connor O'Connor.
And I am your favorite cult leader.
Sam Jones.
I think his name was John Jones. Jim
No,
Jones.
Jim Jones seemed to be the figurehead. Sam Jones was actually the guy in charge.
Are you talking about the Kool-Aid Jonestown people?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. I never actually cared. I just know about them. You know what I mean?
That's because that's not true. It's a rock fact.
What are you talking about? What are you saying right now?
That is a reference to Over the Garden Wall.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Oh, man, we talked about it last year. I'm pretty sure. I watched it on Halloween last year with some friends. Then Autumn just watched it for the first time recently.
What do you watch it on?
It's on Prime.
Oh, really?
It's a show that's like 7-minute long episodes.
Yeah.
That are like one continuous story, and there's 10 of them. So like it should have been a movie, but it was broken up into like 7 small episodes. It's really good, but it's really weird.
I've heard really good things about it. Like it's got a pretty big following, and I've wanted to watch it, but it's not on many streaming things. Or it hasn't been for a while.
One of the main kids is voiced by Elijah Wood.
Mm-hmm.
Another main character is voiced by Christopher Lee.
Nice.
John Cleese and Tim Curry voice characters, as well as, do you remember the one episode of Psych where they become fashion models?
Yeah.
And the assistant,
yeah.
She voices a character on Over the Garden Wall.
Nice.
I think her real name is Melanie, and I can't remember her last name. She's a New Zealand actress, and she's in a lot of other things, including Yellow Jackets right now.
Yeah.
And she and Maggie Lawson are best friends.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah. But yeah, so I will to go back to my sleeping habits. I woke up at 1, did all of that, went back to sleep, didn't get up again until 6:30 to go to work.
That's so lovely. Like tomorrow we get to sleep in, and I'm already kind of ready to go to bed. So like we're gonna go to bed kind of. I mean it's already 11:15, so it's not like that early, but we're gonna go to bed kind of early, at least relatively for me, and then sleep in all morning until we have to go somewhere.
Yeah. She
Right.
got mad at me. She's like, "You abandoned me, and I was all alone last night." I was like, "I went to bed 2 hours earlier than you go to bed."
Yeah. Sometimes Mia will, if she goes to bed, it's often before me because I try to stay up to keep my sleep schedule. She'll like force me to cuddle with her until she falls asleep, and then I can get out of bed. But like sometimes I'm like dozing off in the bed, and I'm like, I gotta stay up. I need to keep this sleep schedule, and you're making it so I'm not.
You know, the biggest issue with the open concept we have here,
What's that?
someone is here to defend herself.
2 hours before her.
I'm recording.
Nerd.
Hey,
You're a nerd.
we have a job to do.
Yeah.
Hey, so
Here's why I hate women. Just go
chat,
full white straight male podcast.
Jarvis, clip that. So listen, this week I decided, since we had talked about watching the Toxic Avenger,
Did you
we
watch all of the old movies?
Yes, and here's why I wouldn't recommend doing that in the year of our Lord 2025.
Oh no.
They're so bad. So like think offensive level of Tropic Thunder, but like way worse and like 1985, right? So like to be fair, pretty common for the time period.
Okay,
Pretty
Matt, rank your top 5 slurs from the movie.
No, because in the second one he goes to Japan, and you can just imagine the racism there. In the third or fourth one, the N-word is used at least 10 times by white people.
I was gonna say by at least someone non in the community.
By white people. The third one, or maybe the fourth one, is all about people with special needs. Like that's like the central part. There's like literally people that come into a school full of special needs people and kill them. Like that's the whole plot of the movie. It's so bad. These movies are terrible. But they were kind of fantastic at the same time. I'm not gonna lie. It's not like, oh, I don't even know. Like it's a superhero, but it's like it's meant to be satirical. Like it's meant to be one of those make fun of the genre kind of things. And I think in that it succeeds, but like it's graphic. Like I saw more nudity in these movies than I have seen in any movie I've ever watched in my life. Like
jeez.
it was insanely graphic. I would not recommend them. However, I've been hearing good things about the new Toxic Avenger, so please still go and watch that. This is not related to the old Toxic Avenger movies. But I wouldn't go out of your way to watch the old Toxic Avenger movies. I don't know if it's worth it.
Turns out the reason he's called the Toxic Avenger has nothing to do with like acidic levels or anything. It's just like he's not cool to be around. Like he's just gaslighting women. Like
I don't know. Like I'm torn, right? Like I liked them, but I also hated them. Like I'm in that dichotomy of like I can understand why they have such a cult following, but I also felt disgusting and uncomfortable and terrible watching them. Does that make sense?
I mean, there's a lot of movies like that though.
Yeah, right.
Like one of my like if I was gonna rank comedy movies, Balls of Fury is probably one of them up there that I really love.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
there's a lot of things in that movie. Like I don't know how they flew back then because it definitely wouldn't fly today.
Right. Yeah, it's like wait, which one is that?
The ping pong one.
Oh, okay. I was thinking do not jump up there. I was thinking what's the one where the white woman at? That one.
Oh, that's Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles. Like that's the kind of comedy it was, but like with really graphic violence and a lot of sexual content.
Okay, so the Blazing Saddles is a straight up parody, so that
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Balls of Fury is not.
Yeah. I got you.
Uh, one of my favorite jokes from the movie is Diedrich Bader plays a male sex slave at the compound that they're trying to bring down.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Daytona is a former ping pong prodigy from the 1980 Olympics. He gets drafted by the FBI to take down Long Fang, played by Christopher Walken.
Okay.
And Randy is played by the same guy who plays the human in the Fantastic Beasts movies. I forget his name. It's like Nicholas something.
I know who you're talking about though. Yeah, I
And
got
the FBI agent is played by George Lopez.
you. Okay.
And so then he's like he sucks at ping pong now because he had like a bad experience because his dad was betting on him and got killed by Long Fang. And so he goes to James Hong, who is a blind ping pong master, to teach him how to be better at ping pong. And like his niece, James's niece, is also there. They keep calling him Guilo, which means round eye in Japanese, and like it's not a great term to use for people. Like it's derogatory
Yeah.
in nature. It's honest, kind of very funny though. Anyway, Diedrich Bader is this male sex slave, and they free all of them at the end because the base is about to blow up, and they're like getting ready to leave. He's like, "I'm gonna go save the panda," because there's a panda there.
Okay.
And they make a comment on how the panda is like doesn't seem to be doing well. He's like, "I'm gonna go save the panda," and he runs off. He goes back, "Panda's dead," and runs out again.
Oh my goodness.
It's the timing 1-2 of "I'm gonna save the panda."
Yeah.
Panda's dead. Ooh.
I'm
Oh.
looking at the office.
Oh.
Office break room.
I think this one.
I like this one too.
Feels like you're in Seattle.
It feels like I'm in Seattle. I'm actually in Toledo, Ohio. Do you know why? Connor?
Because the new series from Greg Daniels
Connor,
on
stop
Thursday
talking
this week, and it's called The Paper.
Stop talking.
It was my topic for the week.
Well, no.
Yes, you got the Toxic Avenger movies. I watched The Paper.
I had this whole setup of doing the G spot again because we haven't done it in a while. What? You talk about it. Have you watched it?
Yes, I'm halfway through episode 5.
Okay, I'm on like episode 8, so I'm gonna spoil everything from episode 5 on. I'm kidding. About
it doesn't matter because this show is great.
I know.
It's so good. It's so good. It's you get the same vibe of The Office and Parks and Rec, and like it has that same like kind of cringy awkwardness to it.
Yes.
But instead, most of the main characters are likable, and there's only one, maybe two that you're like
terrible characters.
I need you to stop living. Like at least maybe stop talking.
You see this high-rise window that's your office window? Jump out of it.
It's also just it is like, okay, we're in that heightened fantasy world where people can do whatever they want again, because it's also just like, why? I think it's like episode 4 where well, we haven't talked about any of it yet.
Yeah.
But when Esmeralda like just leaves a post-it on his note on his computer after he leaves, it's like they're like, let's call him, and like nobody calls him right away, like nobody has a cell phone to call him real quick.
I I I so the problem with the characters, and I guess I don't want to get into too many spoilers for like the listeners, but the problem with the characters is they're all afraid of Esmeralda.
Right.
And she's psycho. She's crazy. Like she is insane. I hate her so much.
There's a few characters that like I can see direct parallels in
Yeah.
how they were written towards like the Office characters.
Yeah.
Um, and there are some that like aren't like kind of
Yeah.
unique to this story and like have like unique stylings to them.
I feel like so the main character, uh
Ned.
Ned, he's kind of like a Jim parallel to me at least. He kind of seems like the he's kind of weird, so like almost Michael Scott.
It's a weird mix of Jim and Michael, but
Yeah,
like
I'll agree
Michael's
with
better qualities.
yes, and Jim's more level-headedness, not kind of I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
I kind of see that in him. But I also see Mare as kind of a Jim like character. She's also
A
I don't know, I
Pam.
really
She's
like
also kind of a Pam.
yeah, yeah.
Mare is a veteran who was in Army, I believe she
Yeah.
says, and who was a reporter. She's the only one with real reporting experience besides Ned. Um,
I think
Ned,
she's my favorite character of the show so far.
she would be if it wasn't for one other character for me.
Okay.
But we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Ned is brought in to be the new editor in chief after working for the toilet paper division of the company that owns the Toledo newspaper,
Yeah.
Truth Teller Toledo, and became the highest selling toilet paper salesman they had, which basically earns him a golden ticket to do whatever he wants in the company.
Right, right.
Um, and so he's like, I want to go work at the newspaper. And so he becomes the boss there. Mare was the only reporter there beforehand, besides Esmeralda, who was the managing editor. She also does the online edition of the newspaper. Then there is Ken, I believe is the
The
character's
annoying
name.
British guy.
Yes, that
Yeah.
is actor Tim Key. He is hysterical otherwise
I think
in this show as well.
and he's kind of like another mixed character where he's similar to Dwight in like just being kiss up and being really annoying, but also like kind of a Michael character.
See, I would compare him to Michael, but if you watch the British Office, he's also very much like oh man, I just had his name. The guy who originally made The Office.
Ricky Gervais?
Yes. He's very much like Ricky Gervais's character
Yeah.
mixed with the British version of Jim, which is Tim.
Yeah. Right.
Um uh and it's not just because he's British, it's just like also he's a little more slimy than Michael was.
Yeah.
Um and then you have Barry or Benny. Is it Benny?
Which one is
The really old guy.
Oh, I think it's Barry.
It's Barry, who's also a reporter, but he's insanely old.
Yeah.
Uh, and so like he's kind of like the funny guy on this,
Yeah.
where like everything about him is being the butt of the joke, kind of like Kevin was.
Yeah.
Even though many people would probably point more similarities towards Stanley,
Or
both of
Creed
them.
even.
Right? It probably actually is more Creed.
Yeah.
Because he does say wild things. Like he started
He
just smoking a cigarette during one meeting.
Yes. And like sometimes he has these like lucid moments where he's like actually getting stuff done and then like just loses it and goes crazy.
In the second episode, he can't get to a story because he gets out of the car to go pee in an alley and steps on a crate that he didn't see.
Right.
It
Right.
cuts up his leg. It's a solid wooden crate and he doesn't see it.
Yeah. I think Nicole is one of my favorite characters, if I'm being honest. I think she's been a lot of fun and she's gonna be kind of a interesting character.
You probably don't recognize the actress because I think you stopped watching before she joined Legends of Tomorrow.
Oh,
But she was
probably.
an actress named Mona on Legends of Tomorrow
Okay.
and became a version of like a Hawaiian werewolf on that show.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Um, but she is also a character I'm really enjoying, and it's actually Dietrich that is my favorite character.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just like his. I don't know why, like
I
his
he just
energy,
I just feel like he hasn't done much. You know what I mean? Like I feel like he hasn't had a super big spotlight episode.
and I think it's because it's the subtlety for me so far
Yeah.
of
Okay.
like how he's playing things, and like there was a suaveness to him
Yeah.
in the Two Truths and a Lie episode that I just really enjoyed
Yeah. Agreed.
with how like Nicole reacted, and he was like that, and like he played it off well, and you could see that that was like a not a trigger in the bad way, but like a oh okay, like
Yeah.
not, like what's the opposite of an ick?
Turn on? I don't know. I, I he realized that he might have gone too far, and then like was able to play it off to make her feel better, which I it was really
That's
good.
green flag behavior right there.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Um,
We got a recurrence of office character in the show we haven't talked about, and
yes,
Oscar's back,
Oscar Nunez.
and he initially started off adamantly against being on this new documentary.
And this character brings in one of my favorite things that they've done for this new show.
Mm-hmm.
Because let's talk about how the first episode opens,
Mm-hmm.
where it's white text on a black screen that says 20 years ago we started a documentary on about a paper company in Pennsylvania. 20 years later we're picking up with them, and we go into the office space and we see Bob Vance Refrigerations
Yeah.
on the sign, but we don't see Dunder Mifflin. So they check in with Bob, and he's like, "Oh, the company was sold years ago. It's now this like dental cleaning service." And you walk into what was the office, and it's set up for a dental office now, but you could still see like the bones of it. And he's like, "Yeah, Phyllis and Stanley still keep in touch, but I don't really talk to anyone else." Which did Phyllis and Vance get divorced in the main show? Because the way they make it seem like they're not married anymore.
Oh yeah, I don't think they got divorced.
Okay, they left that ambiguous, but I'm not gonna really worry about that. Um, but he then goes, "Yeah, it got sold a few years back, and the Chamber of Commerce has a bunch of old closed businesses. We could check and see what happened with it." He
Yeah.
goes, "Oh yeah, it was sold to this company out in Toledo, Ohio," and that's how we get over to the paper.
Yeah.
And so, because of that, there are certain times in the show that will have the black screen white text pop up to convey thoughts of the documentary crew. As with The Office, they didn't really acknowledge the crew until season 9.
Yeah. But they've already named, I think, 2 of the crew.
Right. This
As far
show
as where I'm at.
fully goes off with the crew being there. It's even part of the plot in season or in episode 4
Yeah.
where they're like, "You got no proof for a story they're telling." It's like, well, you see the camera there,
See that one?
there,
That one?
there. But when Oscar sees the camera crew, he goes, "Oh no, not this again! You do not have my permission to use my likeness."
And then they
And
pop
then
up on the screen. They're like technically the
the
contract.
paper he signed in 2005 has no end date. We can still use him.
I know. This show has been a good refresh. Like
Oh yeah,
it's the same vibe, but it's made to fit this kind of modern era. And there's no like inherent quote unquote wokeness about it, right? It's not this annoyingly we're trying to please everybody kind of show. It hasn't been in my face. I've been just sitting here watching it, enjoying it, feeling like I'm watching The Office like all over again. You know, like that vibe where you wish you could lose your memory so that you could experience something for the first time all over again.
it really does feel like
It
that.
does. It feels like I'm like starting a new show. I mean, I am starting a new show, but it feels like I'm getting that same feeling all over again, which I think is so fantastic.
It's like a friend you haven't hung out with in a while,
Yeah.
and you get to hang out with them again. You kind of just fall right back into it with them.
Yeah.
Um, and so like you're like, oh yeah, this is familiar. Like it's new now because like we've changed. Like it's been years since we hung out, but like you're still who I remember you are.
Yeah. I as far as like cameos, here's my thoughts on future cameos cuz this is only the first season and so far Vance, Stanley Phyllis and Oscar have really just been the only ones named in the show. Vance and Oscar being the only ones on screen so far.
Stanley so far for me has been mentioned twice
Yeah.
to where Oscar calls him when he gets his Sudoku in the newspaper.
Yep.
And
So
so
I, as far as cameos go, I don't want them. I at least
really,
not an insane amount. I want the occasional cameo, maybe like once a season, if that. Um, where maybe it's even like in Deadpool where he goes on and on about how they couldn't afford the X-Men and then like it shows the room where they like close the door. It's literally like a split second in the background of seeing the X-Men. That's what I want for the cameos in the show. I don't want them to like pop on screen and then have the live studio audience cheering for them for I know that this doesn't have a live studio audience, but
I
you
know
know
what
what I'm
you mean
talking
though.
about. Like I don't want it to be like a super overt cameo. I want it to be 0.5 seconds of seeing them do something in the background or seeing them like talk with a character but them not even acknowledge it or like maybe have one portion where they're sitting in the chair talking to the cameras, something like that, like where it's not the entire episode is this cameo of this character, because then it'll feel like the Book of Boba Fett, which really just was the Mandalorian season 3. You know what I mean?
I think the most likely candidate right now is Stanley.
Yeah, he's been named twice, so
Right. Um, I think maybe like he'll come and visit Oscar or something like that. Like there is some relationship between those two that like was built off screen afterwards. Um, I don't think we're gonna see any of the big five.
yeah, because they're too big now. I think
Right.
is the only issue. Is
Like
this a TV show, and they left the old show. Some of them did for like bigger acting careers.
Michael, Jim, Pam, Dwight, and Ed Helms' character. I can remember the actor's name.
I don't know who that is. Toby?
No.
Toby should definitely be in this. Actually, speaking of Toby, Ed Helms, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, Andy.
Andy.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think those five should ever show up. Like, because that's gonna be their jump the shark moment.
Yeah.
Toby could probably show up.
So, I real quick on Toby, right? So you know the theory that he's a Scranton Strangler, right?
Yeah.
When they were talking, this was early on. Yeah, yeah. So you've seen this. When they were talking about a serial killer in town, I was like, are they gonna bring the Scranton Strangler to Toledo? Like, I thought that's what was gonna happen.
No. As soon as they said there's a new serial killer, I went, "Oh, it was him because he called the morgue."
See, I didn't even piece that together until they started talking about
Because they said like there's a body they haven't found yet, and I went, "Oh, he just created his own story by accident."
right. Which I didn't even piece together. And when they mentioned a new serial killer, I was like, oh my gosh, are they gonna bring like the Scranton Strangler to Toledo? Like that's what I was feeling this whole time. That was not the case, obviously, but it would be really cool if they had a like they did in The Office, where it wasn't a important storyline, but it came up every once in a while. They just had like the Scranton Strangler in this show, where it's like not even really mentioned very much.
Well, if anyone was going to be a Scranton Strangler, I think it'd be Tobias. I believe is his name.
Are you talking about Gabe?
No, I'm talking about the softies guy that's now a reporter for.
Oh, you mean in this new
Yeah.
show? I got you.
Um, I'll tell you my favorite bit so far. So in episode 2, Diedrich and Tobias go to the game warden's office to investigate
Right.
what they say is a change in how many fish you can catch. But it was just a way. I could be getting the character's name wrong as well. I'm just going to keep calling him Tobias because I believe that's what it is.
I don't remember what it was.
Turns out it was just that Tobias's ex-girlfriend works there and her new boyfriend does as well. And he was just trying to see her again, even though he's not supposed to be around her. And it makes Diedrich very uncomfortable.
Yeah. And he goes in, he's like, I just want to ask some like reporter questions. Ask one question, is it true that the law changed? Second question. Do you still love me? I love this show.
Gets into a fight with the new boyfriend, and Ned has to go bail him out of prison, like out of jail.
Yeah.
Very funny, makes sense, great bit. It's a very visual gag. Or it's like, okay, you just met him, but like we could tell Ned's a solid guy because he'll go get you out of prison, out of jail. Well, a side plot in the episode are 2 other reporters. I believe Adelaide and Ben,
something like that. Sure.
These 2 other ones, they're accountants that also become reporters.
Yeah.
And they don't really like each other, but it's fine. Like they work together. They're very Angela and Kevin coded.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like they're very different characters at the same time. They go to a dog park to investigate there not being enough spaces there. And while they're there, they get told by some teenagers that the new thing teens are doing is called dogging, which in Britain is having sex in your car along the street. But
this show
for these kids,
acting like dogs.
And them acting like dogs at the dog park, which they write up a whole article for, where Ned goes, yeah, I called 2 local principals. This isn't a thing.
And then it shows him breaking them out of jail. At the
No, it shows them at the dog park, pretending to be dogs down on all 4s, barking at each other, sniffing the ground. Yeah. And then it shows them walking out of the jail with them, implying they got arrested for pretending to be dogs at the dog park.
Oh man, when I hear spinoff, right, I don't expect much. I see spinoff, just the word spinoff, and I'm already expecting the show to be terrible. Right. Like it's just riding on the coattails is what it feels like. You know what I mean? Just riding on the coattails of the critically acclaimed show or movie or whatever, is getting a spinoff. But this is the way you do a spinoff. This is the perfect in-universe spinoff type of show that you could make, and it still is good. It's still good. It holds up, and it's so good. Watch the show, people.
Well, it's like, and another thing is like, I'm not really surprised that the show's great because it's from Greg Daniels, who was the original showrunner of The Office.
Yeah.
He was also just like to go down like his resume. He was a writer at Saturday Night Live. He wrote for The Simpsons for a few episodes. He wrote and co-created King of the Hill with Mike Judge.
Oh, nice.
He co-created The Office for the American version with Michael Schur, who also co-created Parks and Rec with him.
Yep.
The Mindy Project with Mindy Kaling, he was a director on, but like still like had a project in that. Space Force, The Exploding Kittens Show, Upload, and now The Paper.
Yeah, which are all really solid.
Right.
I really think though that the guy who plays Ned, Domhnall
Gleeson.
Sure, yeah, that's an interest. That's too many consonants.
He's Irish.
I just remember. I think he was in Star Wars.
He was General Hux.
Yep, he was in Harry Potter. I believe is one of the Weasleys. Bill maybe.
Bill Weasley.
And he was also in that other show with I know what it's called. It's right in the brain. The Patient with Steve Carell.
Yep.
That's one of my favorite shows, and he is such a fantastic actor. And I really love him as the sort of, I guess, main character, the main character of the show. I think he's perfect.
He actually talks about The Patient on, I think, Jimmy Fallon, and how Steve Carell, who was in The Patient with him, was on The Office. He's on The Paper. And he's like, The Patient, though, has nothing to do with the two.
I wish.
I know they're all
I wish.
He's like, this middle one has a really different tone than the other two.
That would be so fantastic if that's like the connector in the two. That would be insane.
For those of you who haven't heard of it, The Patient is a 10-episode drama from FX and Hulu. A therapist played by Steve Carell is held captive by a serial killer played by Domhnall Gleeson, who helps to seek to curb his homicidal urges.
Yeah, it's a really good show. Like, I enjoyed it a lot. But yeah, definitely not connected. It should be though.
Do you know who his dad is? Domhnall Gleeson's.
Oh no,
Bet you do, and you just didn't know it.
Is it Bill Gleeson?
It's Brendan Gleeson.
So close.
Who was Mad Eye Moody?
Oh no way!
In Harry Potter.
What do you know?
But he also hosted Saturday Night Live last year, and it was very good.
Say hello to the camera, buddy.
And he was also Knuckles McGinty in Paddington 2.
I've never seen Paddington 1 or 2.
You're missing out, because in Paddington 2, Paddington goes to jail, and he really wants to make marmalade sandwiches, so he convinces Knuckles McGinty, who's the biggest guy in prison, that he has good squeezing hands. And so he helps him make marmalade by squeezing the oranges for him.
That's funny.
But he's in a lot of stuff. He was in the what is it? The Banshees of Inisherin that came out a few years ago with Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
There's a whole joke online that Ayo Edebiri played the donkey in that movie.
Yeah.
Okay. No, it's fine. We're on two different sides of the internet now.
I'm holding a cat.
You don't even care
No.
what I'm saying.
Look at my little boy. Look at him.
I don't care.
You should. He's a good little boy, aren't you, Osmosis Jones? Oh,
Wow. You named your cat OJ?
I named him Osmosis Jones after the greatest animated character of all time.
After the greatest football player the Bills ever had.
Oh, man. Oh, did I tell you that I started my fourth cult? I think this is my fourth cult now. Yeah. So I finally convinced Mia to start a cult with me. And we are playing Cult of the Lamb again. So this is my fourth cult in Cult of the Lamb. The first cult that has been a tandem cult. It's been a lot of fun. She's actually really enjoying it. And I know what we're gonna wear to your rehearsal dinner.
Cult of the Lamb.
Cult of the Lamb, baby. We already got the costume all lined up in a list on Amazon. If we had money, there is a seller that does sell handmade hoodies that are Cult of the Lamb themed, but they're $350. No thank. I do want to show you Lamb cosplay. Let me see if I can find them, because they're really good. They're so cool. Okay, here we go. So, oh no, mother trucker. All right, share screen, baby. So, this is the hoodies, right? That they. That's loud. But like, it comes with horns and the crown and stuff on the hood. And there's two of them for the two different characters. That's fantastic. They're so good. But let me stop sharing screen now. They're $350, and like I'm all for supporting small businesses, right? I'm all for it. I just don't have the money for it right now, so we're gonna have to create our own cosplays.
Here's all I know about Call to the Lamb.
Okay.
It's the clips from TikTok where he left for a little bit
Yeah. Yeah.
and it came back and his husband died.
Yep.
And they're like, we didn't know what to do without him. Like, none of us have been eating.
The animated shorts are fantastic. They're so funny. But yeah. They're so good.
Don't put the poop in the bowl. I'll just eat it off the ground. No one's eating poop.
The trailer for, I think it was Unholy Alliance or something like that, I don't remember, shows, if you, it's like a blink and you'll miss it thing. It shows the leader of the cult, the lamb, talking with a deer looking follower, and the deer looks like really worried and concerned, and then at the end of the trailer, you see somebody with a wheelbarrow pushing a dead body in the wheelbarrow, and it's that follower that was talking to him, and they're getting ready to bury him off of the area. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. The goat though is that the with the 2-player add-on or expansion, whatever that they did. The goat is like his evil shadow twin kind of thing, and that's my character. It's crazy.
He's a little guy,
but the whole thing is like building a cult. I've talked about it, I think, on the show before. But the whole thing is taking your cult from, you know, you get 1 follower, 2 followers, to building it to have. We have like 22 followers now, and every time you get new followers, they do different things, like different jobs. And you build a base, you know, it's like Clash of Clans or like something like that, where you're upgrading and building your base. And then you have to go out on a roguelike adventure crusade and collect more materials and beat monsters. And like, that's the storyline, is going to kill what are called the bishops, which are like the gods, I guess, of this universe. Kind of cool. I love this game with everything, and they're coming out with an expansion, a paid DLC in a couple of months, I think, or a couple weeks, that I'm very excited for, called Woolhaven.
a fun mini game for you right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Are my eyes open or closed?
They're partly open, but you look like you're about to fall asleep right now.
My eyes are as far open as I can open them right now.
I was at work the other day, and I mean, I was at home the other day, and I was sitting there, and just like I don't know, scrolling on my phone at home, and I woke up, like I just like lifted my head to me snoring. I'm like, how did I was wide awake and then just like woke up? Like, how does that even work? You don't even know that you like started falling asleep. You're just like awake.
When we're driving into work, the sun is pretty much like right in front of us, just because of the time of day now and just the direction we're driving. And so I kind of sit back like this.
Yeah.
And my seat's not that far back, but the way I'm sitting is usually pretty still.
Yeah.
And in the morning, I'm not very talkative. Like, I'm just a pensive person.
Yeah.
And I guess a few times this week, I was so pensive and still and just focused on driving that my lovely caring wife has to place her arm on mine and go, "Are you awake?"
Does it look like I'm driving off the road right now?
I'm driving perfectly. What do you mean, am I awake?
What a skill that would be, to be able to sleep and drive at the same time, incredible.
I mean, I have slept and drove at the same time before,
Connor O'Connor,
and
I
it did.
will kill you.
I didn't crash. I almost did.
Yeah, I've been there.
I almost hit directly into like one of those wall barrier things.
Yeah,
Uh, and I woke up just in time. The problem was I was driving home and I was about to stop at a Sheets.
yeah,
And it was right before the Sheets, and I was like, "Oh dang! If I crash now,
yeah, yeah. I got you. I've been there. I've been there plenty of times. It sucks. I have never driven a vehicle intoxicated. I've been in a vehicle intoxicated and thought I was driving, but I was not driving. I would 100% rather drive intoxicated, and I never will. Let me say that up front. I never will, but I would 100% rather drive intoxicated than falling asleep. It's so much worse to be falling asleep while driving than to be intoxicated. Wow. Just for the record.
it would be so bad." Like driving home from the escape room, sometimes it was like 11,
Yeah.
12, maybe even 1 sometimes in the morning. And I would stop and get 2 of the tall monsters from Sheets.
Yeah.
And I'd down one before I even got like halfway there, and like I'd start sipping the other, just so I could try to stay awake.
Yeah.
And like I'd get home and like immediately pass out. Like that's how it was, just enough energy from the monsters to get home.
Yeah.
But there were sometimes on a normal day when I was coming home from work, and I get off at 3:30, and I'm driving home, and this is when I had like a 40-minute drive home, and I was like, "Excuse me," it was Friday, end of the week, last day. I'm exhausted. I'm starting to feel my eyes get heavy, and I was like, "Oh man." So I'd still stop and get a monster, but like it's so bad that I'd actually call my mom
Yeah.
and like be like I need to talk to someone.
See,
And like
but I've had instances where like that still doesn't help. Like I'm
right.
still falling asleep while talking to somebody, or like I blast music and sing along with it, and I'm still like my mouth is starting to like not work anymore, and I'm realizing it.
I'm sitting here like holding my eyes open like this, just like trying to drive.
In,
But like
okay.
because I had that history of calling her over the summer when we would drive and like for Uber, and she would come with me. Sometimes like in the middle of the day after driving for so long,
Mhm.
I'd start getting a little tired, and we'd been out for like 4 hours or 5 hours at this point, and we were doing this 5 days a week. There's
Yeah.
not really much else for us to talk about.
Yeah.
And so like she's trying to find things to talk to me to, and it's at the point where you spend so much time with someone, like if I hear your voice again, I'm going to crash this car on purpose.
Yeah.
And like I love my mom, I really do. It's not anything to do with that. It's literally just I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Yeah.
I just want to kind of exist next to you for a little while. But she needs to talk to me so I don't crash the car.
Right. We Mia and I, when either of us are getting tired, we will pull the 20 questions and just pick something. I don't know, pick something completely random like an aardvark, and just keep asking questions so we figure out what it is. Because that's the only thing that stimulates our brain enough to keep us awake.
What helps is I know I don't drive at night anymore.
Oh, that's good.
Because of my eyes and like how blurry they get, as well as like the astigmatism and everything.
Yeah.
Still drives at night, but that just means I have to drive all the time during the day.
Yeah.
And like I'm fine with it. It just would be nice if someone would acknowledge that they've become the passenger princess.
Right. No, honey, I love that you're the passenger princess. Thank you for always being the passenger princess.
Look, our whole relationship, I always drove. For the past 3 months is the first time he has ever driven.
Right.
He's been the passenger princess, falls asleep, mid-sentence, drops his phone, I pick it up for him,
Right.
do all the things, take pictures of him while we're Ubering, and he complains because I've been a passenger princess for not even 3 months.
Yeah. It's rough. It's rough, man. It's Isn't this great having her right there while you record?
I used to get upset about how much Mia came in, and now I get your pain.
Blink once if you're okay.
I used to be like, why does she have to always be there? And it's like, oh, she can just hear everything
Yeah.
and needs to react.
Yep.
It's like having a live studio audience.
Yeah, it's great.
You're welcome.
Thank you for making this podcast more fun, Autumn. I know you can't hear me, but thank you anyway.
He said, stay in your lane.
That's just rude. She's gonna listen to this, Connor.
She doesn't listen to this.
Oh, never mind. She doesn't listen to us anymore.
She had asked me why I had the poop side.
Autumn, maybe you should listen to the podcast.
I listened to it last week. Calm down.
Did you enjoy my daily updates of the poop
You know,
counter?
it's really great. It's really great to take probably one of my most embarrassing moments and just putting it on for the world to see. Because
You
now
decided.
now I'm invincible. I can't be embarrassed anymore because we're gonna have a countdown from now until the end of time over how long it's been since I pooped my pants. And guess what? The next time I poop my pants, Connor, I'm not gonna feel a thing. I'm just gonna say reset the counter to 0 and move on because I'm invincible now. You need to put up the invincible title card every single time I say invincible now.
I will not.
Do it. You have to. It's legally obligated.
I refuse to, even though I did it once. It took so much to do it.
It was so much work.
What's nice about this now is not only are we going to have this board doing it.
Yeah.
I have a friend who's going to help us code, hopefully, because his wife asked me about it today.
Okay.
She was like, "What's up with the poop counter?" Like, well, somebody else who also doesn't listen to the podcast.
Yeah, well, that's you never tell them. You're not allowed to tell them.
I was like, you got to listen to the podcast to get the story.
Exactly.
But I was like, hey, he codes, right? Like that. She mentioned that's what he does, and I was like, do you think he could? Like, I think I might have a job for him because I've been building our new website.
Yeah.
And I was thinking maybe there's something he can code to put a counter on the website.
That'd be pretty cool.
Because I've seen people count down to things. I don't know if you can count up to it though.
I'm sure you can.
Probably. That's why I'm thinking he might be able to do it. Just
great.
It's a live right there on the website. Just
gonna have that forever.
A tab that says poop counter.
Great. You know what? next time you poop your pants, right here, right on this invisible board that you can't see because of my background.
See, that's the difference between you and me, Matt. I don't share with you when I poop my pants.
It's actually in the contract. You should probably read that. That's the only reason I shared it last week is because it's in our contract that we have to share every single time. We are legally obligated to share when we poop our pants.
The last time I distinctly remember doing it was college, but I'm sure in the last 6 years I've done it.
You have some pretty questionable farts, I will say. And they're pretty questionable sometimes. And that's the thing. So we're going to get into this again, right? So my doctor prescribed me something that, to help things along, right? That's kind of the reason. And I have gotten to the point now where I'm completely reliant on it, which is very bad. I don't want to take this for the rest of my life, and it's unhealthy to take this for the rest of my life. But I don't know what to do because the second I stop taking it, things stop working again. Doesn't matter, okay? I've got this. I'll fix it. It'll happen. I'll probably have to get a stomach transplant, but it's fine.
We gotta rewrite your DNA so that you're lactose intolerant.
Yeah, there you go. No, so I was taking it at this moment in time, and I just I guess I trusted it. I trusted it too much, and I was sitting there, and I'm like, I can't tell. You know what I mean? Like it almost feels like I did, but it also just feels like it could be, a little bit wet of a fart, which isn't inherently,
Those happen.
yeah,
It's normal.
especially when I'm sweating all the time and all this stuff. Like it's a normal thing. So I couldn't really tell, but I made sure to give my coworker a wide berth. I called over the radio. I was like, "Hey, can you just like help me out here?" I gave him a wide berth. I checked it. It just happened to be, the incident. So, but it's been 5 days, and I think I'm doing well. I think I'm doing well. And I should get a chip after a year. I'm gonna make custom.
Like AA, I give you
Yeah.
a chip.
I'm gonna make custom chips just for this.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm one here clean from poop pantsing.
Yeah.
Pants pooping. Oh my gosh, I've been getting my words jumbled, and let me tell you what. Just like a big ups to my medicine for helping me like not be depressed and angry anymore.
Yeah.
But the problem is I can't be angry like I'm supposed to be anymore.
Right.
Because like I'm not supposed to be proud of this, but like I was a professional level road rager.
Right.
And like I was so good at getting angry at people, but now I can't figure out my words.
Okay.
Um,
That's not good.
to the point where like I got confused on what to call someone the other day, and I was gonna call them another name for a donkey because I was that angry.
Right.
And then switched to jag off halfway through, and so I just screamed out jack off. And of course, Autumn has to bully me for it immediately. Like, oh, you can't even get angry properly anymore. This isn't the first time that's happened. But also, I pinched my finger in the door the other day as I was closing it. And I went, dang, that hurt. Okay. And I kind of moved on like right away. And she's like, you didn't get mad at the car for hurting you. It's like, well, yeah. I mean, why would I get mad? Oh.
Oh.
The last time the car hurt me, it ruined my entire day. Okay, I see what's going on here. But apparently people like me better when I'm not angry.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a little easier to be around, I'm sure.
I remember junior year of college, I made the smart decision. And I would say one of these is actually a very smart decision.
Yeah.
But I made the smart decision to stop smoking or stop vaping.
Yeah, that's good.
And I got off nicotine cold turkey. Right around the same time, I was on starting a diet, and those two things together did not go well.
Yeah, they definitely don't mix.
And I was furious and mean to a lot of people.
I remember.
And it tested friendships, but people were like, we know that you're detoxing basically, and we're going to allow you to be this way for a little bit longer. And then I mellowed out back to my normal level.
Yeah.
Like I hover right around like a 6.5, 7 on the angry scale most of the time. Yeah. Now I think I'm like a 4 maybe.
I mean that's a plus.
Right.
I mean that's better than not. It's better. Yeah.
Well, I was talking to a friend about it, and she's like, well, like, they're happy pills. That's probably why you're angry. And it's like, well, no, it's not supposed to be happy pills. It's supposed to just be even you out pills.
Yeah.
So, like, you feel happier because, like, the sadness and anger is gone. That's why you feel happier. And she's like, really? And I was like, yeah, I can't. I'm not good at being angry anymore. I'm really just not. And, like, things will happen at work that, like, last year would have sent me into a rage spiral. Yeah. But now it's like, oh, okay. Well, hey, just give me that information when you can, why don't you?
Yeah.
Last year, I'd like be freaking out, ranting to my coworkers about how no one communicates well in this company, and like I can't stand working here. But it's good. I like who I am, kind of now.
Congratulations. I think that's that's a plus. I do think that's a plus.
I was just about to say I like me, and that made me remember that I saw I was given a trailer today for a John Candy documentary that's coming out.
Oh yeah.
From if Matt doesn't remember and if the listeners don't remember, John Candy played Barf on Spaceballs.
Yeah.
He also was Uncle Buck, and he was in a bunch of different like if there was a John Hughes movie, he was probably in it somewhere.
Right.
Like he was in Home Alone, Uncle Buck, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, or I'm thinking of Chris Columbus, probably not. I don't know. He was in a bunch of movies.
Yes.
I think it was both John Hughes and Chris Columbus, but it doesn't matter. Um, that's not the point here. But it's called "I Like Me," based on the famous line from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, where he's like, "I like me. My coworkers like me. My wife likes me." And like the documentary is directed by Colin Hanks, Tom Hanks' son, and we see a bunch of different celebrities who worked with him and talked about how like he was at the top of his game, and because of that, like he started eating more unhealthy, not taking himself, drinking. I believe he did drugs. I'm not going to say that for sure because I don't know. I haven't looked too much into him.
Yeah.
But like he died at 43, and and it was very sad. He died in 94. So it was even before we were born.
Yeah.
Um, but like, just such a solid actor before that happened. And I can't wait for that documentary because I truly he's one of those people that I looked up to.
Yeah.
Mainly because he was a bigger guy in comedy, and so like him and Chris Farley, they were both characters of like these are funny guys that are fat in comedy, and like unfortunately they both have pretty tragic endings to their story.
Yeah.
The same goes with a lot of other like bigger comedians that I know about, like John Panette and Ralphie May, um, which does make me want to live a little bit of healthier lifestyle. So like if I ever become someone that can be considered in the same conversation as any of them, it's not because I also died because of an unhealthy lifestyle in my 40s.
Yeah. I got you.
But you know, they're celebrating the life of someone who was fantastic and like truly passionate about their craft, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm starting to get more into documentaries like that.
I think there's merit to documentaries. I hate them. I just I find them so boring unless it's like a true crime documentary. I just even if it's a person I care about, I find a hard time focusing and like if it was a Stanley documentary, I probably could sit through it. But I don't know. There's not very many people that I could actually like sit through and care about.
It's like the same vibe of reading a nonfiction book.
Yeah. Like I've never been good at that ever.
I will say, so there's that, and then I do have a garlic spotlight.
Oh, good.
Since we made the paper a topic.
Yeah.
There's a new movie out on Max, I believe. It came out this year, and it's Tim Robinson and Paul Rudd.
Yes.
And it's called Friendship.
Yeah, I've heard really good things about it.
It's I can't wait to watch it. It's one of those ones that like I haven't seen it yet, and I wanted to go see it in theaters, but I couldn't make time to go see it, and so I'm very glad that it's now streaming.
Yeah, Tim Robinson is one of those comedians that it's like he gets his comedy off of being insanely uncomfortable all the time. It's so good.
It's very much like a heightened version of that Michael Scott effect of like,
yes,
I'm gonna do something cringy, and everyone in this scene hates me, but it's also so funny to the audience.
And he plays it so well. He's so good at it. So yeah, I'm stoked. I really can't wait to see that.
And the movie, truly, like from the trailers and everything, you get that same vibe of like, oh, this guy is like weird, but like something goes on with it, and it's great.
Yeah.
And Paul Rudd is also just an incredible actor at the same time. So
yes, Agreed. Did you see the where he got injured? Did you see that on a podcast?
Who?
Paul Rudd.
No, I don't think so.
So I can't tell if it was real or if it was staged for the podcast, but he got like severely burned on his face.
Huh.
I honestly, like, I had no idea if it was like just for a comedy podcast. But like I was seeing videos of him literally like getting literally the first thing on TikTok, Paul Rudd injured during podcast recording.
Okay, I'm on Snopes right now.
That is.
It's
Rudd's...
like a debunking website.
Okay.
It's rated miscaptioned. Let's see.
Looks like was a staged bit for a podcast and not a real.
Oh, it was on the Shoes Off podcast with Rick Glassman.
Correct.
Okay, that was definitely staged. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so I now know what we're talking about. An intern is bringing him coffee, I think, and he trips and the coffee hits him in the face.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be hot coffee.
Okay. So it was staged. I feel a little stupid about. There we go. Oh, solid. All right. Hold on. Look at this. Look at this. Share. There it is.
This is what you've been doing. Okay. I'm sitting here and like I see you're doing something on the computer. It's like, can you focus, please, dude?
Never. Once I get an idea, I have to do it immediately, or I will forget, or I will lose all interest in actually completing it. So there you go.
I'm gonna make a certificate for you too, and we're gonna print it out on cardstock.
I think I wanna every single year I make it, I'm gonna update this coin and print it out or like buy the sticker from Redbubble.
If you don't make it a year though, do you think you should have a punishment?
Absolutely. Man, I haven't been punished in so long. It's almost making me miss it. That sounds a little kinky, but I promise it's not.
I was debating texting the fantasy football group today to see if they wanted to do
to add a punishment.
Because I really like the pancake punch. You have to stay in a Denny's for 24 hours, but every time you eat a small stack of pancakes, you get an hour taken off of your time.
Oh my gosh, that's so terrible. Why would we do that?
Why not?
That's like, that's so bad. You know what? I would do it though. I would just eat one small stack of pancakes every hour, right? So that I would essentially cut my time in half, wouldn't I?
Yes, if you wanted to, but like, then you have to spend 12 hours inside a Denny's.
Which is doable if you have the right people. Like if I was hanging out with you and Autumn and Mia, like if the four of us went to a Denny's, I could do that for 12 hours.
What makes you think the three of us want to spend 12 hours with you in a Denny's? I'm not being punished. I'm going to leave.
I mean, that is your right. That is your right. You know, we could bring board games. Do you think they'd let us bring board games to a Denny's?
In 2020, my friends and I wanted to hang out.
Mm-hmm.
This was like August, September when we're like, okay, guys, like we're fine now. But there was nowhere that was open for us to do it.
Yeah.
At least like open late anymore, except for Denny's. And so we went to Denny's to play cards. I think we played Cards Against Humanity too. Like we were the only ones in there. It was like 11:30 at night. It was like, it's weird to be out in a restaurant, especially this late.
Yeah. I've been to Denny's like maybe 5 times in my entire life. I don't go to Denny's. Like it's not.
I used to work at Denny's.
Really?
My summer between my senior year of high school and freshman year of college, worked for a few months until I had 3 strikes with my manager, and the last strike was getting yelled at in front of customers. because I sat them in the in the section they asked for because they had a baby carrier,
Yeah.
and not in the right section that I was supposed to on like the rotation.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is a better seat for them. She's like, that's not the way we're supposed to do it. This is the rotation. And so like I went in and saw like one of the other managers later that day. And I was like, hey, just so you know, I'm quitting today. Like this is my last shift. I'm gonna finish it out, but like I'm not coming in tomorrow.
Yeah.
She's like, you can't even finish out tomorrow, just like to help us with coverage. And I was like, absolutely not. Kathy has yelled at me in front of customers, and like this is like the third strike
Yeah.
against you guys. I have to go. And she went, you know, I gotta respect that. Like no one likes to be yelled at in front of customers.
I think it's ridiculous. That is the most like red flag, unhealthy thing in the service industry.
Oh yeah.
To be yelled at in front of, you can't even have the decency to pull me into the back. Like, come on. Like that's you're a terrible manager if you're yelling at them in front of customers.
I was 18 years old. I was a host at Denny's.
Yeah. It's not that serious. I hate people. I really do. This is why nobody wants to work in the service industry.
Luckily, I had a second job.
Yeah.
Because I was still working over at Moe's at that time, so it wasn't a big deal.
Welcome to Moe's.
But what was nice was I actually leveraged a better salary or a better hourly wage at Moe's because I was going to quit to work at Denny's full time because they were paying more.
All right.
And so my boss was like, I'll give you an extra 50 cents an hour if you stay. So I got bumped up to $8.50 an hour.
$8.50. All right. You're making the big bucks.
And then the next summer when I came back from college, there was a new general manager. And I was like killing it better than all the other employees because I actually knew what I was doing on all the stations.
Yeah.
And he was like, how much are you making an hour? I was like, $8.50. And he went, oh. And I went, oh, is that too much? And he goes, that's not enough. We're bumping you up to $10.50 immediately.
Yeah. Why'd you ever quit?
Well, he was only there for that summer.
Oh,
And he was sick because he let me come in late all the time, hungover.
incredible.
Granted, I was not 21 yet.
Connor. Oh, sorry. I'm not supposed to use it. You're going to have to bleep that one out.
Dude.
I'm sorry. We've already gone like an hour over time. So there's some.
I didn't remember when we started, so I've been trying to get to the time limit.
We started at like 11, so we're half an hour over.
All right. Well, then.
Just going to have to remember to edit that part. And don't ask me to edit. I'm gone all day tomorrow.
Please.
I'm gone all day. Every single moment of the day, I will be doing something.
Fine. Be like that.
I'm gonna wake up and like literally be at work.
Well, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of the Garlic Boys. If you'd like more from us, you can find us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Threads. You can also head on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/@thegarlicboys to help support the show over there. We have 2 tiers. We have the $3 a month tier that just is like, hey, I like what you guys are doing, keep doing it. And the $10 a month tier that gets you some exclusive content over there, including the after show for season 1 of TGB One Shots, where you can get like our thoughts and feelings on the episodes over there. Then if you want to support us by buying some merch, including the I didn't poop myself for 1 year sticker.
Oh yeah, I got
that Matt will eventually earn, but you guys could probably earn before him if we remember to put it up on the store. You can head over to redbubble.com/@thegarlicboys to get things there. And finally, head over to youtube.com/@thegarlicboys to watch video versions of not only this podcast, but also the Clever Boy show, the Clever Boy Quiz the show there. Matt, do you have a supplementary mom report for this week?
Esmeralda. She's a mom, unfortunately.
Yep. I'm going to shout out my friend Natalie from work.
Shout out to Natalie.
She is a lovely mother, and she is very kind and very thoughtful to everyone. And she just started back at college this week, and I'm very proud of her for trying to further her education. outside of the normal bounds of it. Like, I know it's hard to be a non-traditional student, and I'm proud of her for trying, and I can't wait to see her succeed.
Yeah.
All right, and Matt, do you have a bat fact for us? Because we definitely didn't forget.
I'm so good at remembering this new bit that we did. And I do have a bat fact for you, Connor. The bat fact is that the longest living bat, guess how old he is? Guess how old they are. I don't know.
27.
Keep going up. Gotta keep going up.
37.
Almost.
38.
41 years old.
Dang.
It is said that the smaller the animal, the shorter the lifespan, but bats are actually really good at breaking that rule, right?
Interesting.
Most bats live to about 20 years in the wild. There are scientists have documented 6 species that live more than 30 years. But in 2006, a tiny bat from Siberia set the world record. 41 years old. That's crazy.
There you go.
All right. Just that was very clean, very right. That's exactly where it was supposed to be. We didn't forget, and it's there in the podcast at right before the one thing and after the other thing.
Do you have any final thoughts, Matt?
Go watch the paper and buy my stickers, and please, I don't know, comment for what? Comment. I'm gonna crash out.
Well, thank you so much for listening. And remember, as always, to stay garlicky. I regret calling you out for losing this week in fantasy football after somehow what was supposed to be my best player got 1 point.
You're going down.